Morning. Welcome to the first virtual assembly. Like the previous lockdown, we're going to lead whole school virtual assemblies every week. This week, I'm going to be focused on on-site testing, ways to support well-being, and just to show you some of the site with a few changes we've made to support the on-site testing in particular. I hope this finds everyone well and looking after yourself and certainly engaging in the online virtual work. Can you please make sure that you've definitely logged on and obviously replied to your tutor message this morning? If you've been watching the news, you'll be aware that the government has asked all schools to complete on-site testing. This is in the form of what's called a lateral flow test. We received all the equipment on the 4th of January at 8 a.m. to allow us to set up our site successfully in accordance with the rules for on-site lateral flow testing. Last week we started testing staff on a weekly basis, and the students that have been accessing the site have also started to do some form of testing. What I've done now is to create some videos just to show you the locations where we've been completing the testing in the main hall, but also when you return on site, hopefully just after Feb half term, when we have to hopefully ask everyone to test on site, this will be completed in the sports hall.
This is the current setup we're using for the testing venue, which as you can see we've converted the main hall. So this is the entry that students are now following. They come and register by giving their name in. Currently to Miss Hughes, who then gives them a barcode. This is then scanned, and then they make their way to the actual area where they'll complete the physical test, where they'll meet once again another member of staff. You can see the setup with the hand sanitizers. They need to do that straight away. They need to blow their nose, and then they're given a swab, which they then need to complete the swabbing process in their mouth and up one of their nostrils before they then pass it on to the member of staff who's at the back, who then obviously then takes it to the next step. Now, as you can see, what we've done is we've tried to create an environment that's a little bit personalised, so as you're not doing it in front of everybody, as you do respect obviously the fact that it's quite a difficult thing to do. And once they've completed it, the swab will be taken back into a test tube, and they'll then leave via the exit. Now what I'm going to do is just show you behind the scenes a little bit. This is where the staff are working, and you can see obviously the 2 metre social distancing to allow them to obviously complete the testing process safely. You can see all the PPE that staff are obviously asked to wear, and they then change that every day. You can see where the medicine waste goes. Now once people have actually completed the swab, it then goes to the testing procedure, which is also led by a couple of members of staff. You can see how it's set up, all the stop clocks, because we have to then test it for a 20 to 30 minute period to then obviously find out the result of the test, which as it stands everyone's has been negative, which has been absolutely fantastic news on our front. But more importantly, you can see the environment that we've created to allow that testing process to be part of it. Okay. Currently, a lot of students have obviously taken part in it, and it's really good to see that they're engaged in that, because it's a bit of a scary thing to be done. But you can see the environment that we've created where people can be testing is certainly safe and secure. We've got 2 metre social distancing, and all the equipment that we've got on site is obviously washed down every single day to allow it to be a safe environment for students. Although we're currently using the main hall for the lateral flow testing on site, we've set up the main hall as and when we return as a whole school, hopefully after Feb half term. This is where we will try and complete the mass testing of the whole school and students. So students will line up here. This is where the year 8s completed their injections last week. Students will line up and then they'll log and give their names in. And exactly the same setup as the main hall, but we've got it on a much larger scale. So as you can see here, we've used some of the PE equipment to help divide the space up and make sure that it's private as much as we can, with a clear defined working area for the students obviously to complete the swab, where the staff will work to help support students through that. And we've created 5 bays in order to try and hopefully do it as quickly but as effectively as we can around the lateral flow test. This time though, we need to make sure that the room is certainly heated, because it has to be between 15 and 30 degrees for the test to be effective. And once the test has been completed, we will then have an area behind the curtain where there'll be some tables set up where the member of staff will then test your lateral flow test and give you the results. Okay, so certainly we're in the situation where we're ready to put our plans in place. We just obviously now need to have that light, from the green light from the government to allow students back on school site, so we can obviously move forward with this lateral flow testing. But it's just once again to give you an indication in regards to where certain things will be done, and more importantly that we're ready to obviously go that as soon as we can get or allowed to allow students to be back on site.
You are allowed to return to school site. You'll notice hopefully a few changes around the school based upon some work done completed by the caretakers. One of the major tasks completed was they've completed a path going from the school all the way down to the hardcourt area where students play football at lunchtime. This is a fantastic piece of work completed by the caretakers, and we're exceptionally grateful for the time they spent doing this. I would also like to talk to you today about routines. Some of you may recognise this slide, as I have actually used this in assembly in the previous lockdown. I feel routines are highly important, and actually on a day-to-day basis at school, the timetable world that we have helps support us through the day. Daily habits helps organise our time and therefore hopefully helps reduce the amount of stress around certain elements. We cannot control everything at the moment, but these routines will help balance obviously our work-life balance for one, but also hopefully help reduce the level of stress. Small targets gives us small wins. So following a simple routine on a daily basis from the time we get up to the time we log on to try and complete some of our work, and accessing individual breaks throughout the day. Consider having your own daily set routine. You can organise this, you can set this obviously with the support of your parents if needed, but think about how you're going to break up your day with the individual subjects that you need to follow on your timetable. Do certainly allow breaks. Breaks are really key. So do consider you'll only be meant to be working for an hour on a lesson and work up to that point, then take a break. Maybe try and chunk the lessons together in the morning with 2 lessons followed by a break, and do maybe more in the afternoon. If you struggle to get up in the morning, then consider changing your daily routine. Only have one subject initially, then a break, maybe a bit more work completed in the afternoon. These daily routines and this focus on this consistency will certainly help to reduce the level of stress. It'll help you obviously cope with the changes, or more importantly, the changes that you can control, and hopefully help develop a work-life balance, which is key for all of us at this point in time. The other area I'd like to consider your daily routine is exercise. Exercise is fantastic because it allows endorphins to be released into your bloodstream, which leaves you feeling energized and also almost a feel good factor. This will in turn therefore help reduce stress. Exercise helps your well-being, but also has a knock-on effect of improving your sleep. So do consider getting some form of exercise on a daily basis, from that of going for a jog, going for a walk, a bike ride, as long as you ensure that you must maintain social distancing and meeting up with no more than one other person outside of your household at this current point in time. I'm going to set you a challenge this week linked to exercise. In 1998, I had the privilege of travelling with 18 others to Uganda. Part of our challenge was we climbed Mount Elgon, which is 28,086 steps high. We did this over 5 days. If you considered a standard set of stairs, that means I'd need to go with 15 steps. I'd need to travel up that set of stairs 1,872 times. So I'm going to set you a challenge this week to allow you to try and improve your exercise on a daily basis. My challenge to you this week is to pick one of the virtual buildings or virtual mountains up on the screen. So take the Millennium Dome. This would require you to do 320 steps, which would therefore be 21 flights of stairs. If you decide to choose Ben Nevis, which is based in Scotland, that is 587 flights of stairs. Obviously, please be careful going up and down and making sure that down doesn't count. So which challenge will you take on? Remember, small targets gives us small wins. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and please ensure that you engage with Google Classroom, one to complete some work, but also to reply to your tutor's messages this morning. Do think about what I've said in this virtual assembly with reference to the routines, but also accessing some form of exercise over the week. We truly look forward to you being able to return to school site and hopefully accessing the testing on site that we've put in place. Stay safe and take care.